It feels good to be out here. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Wake up. Come alive. Boom, baby. Boom. Rise and shine your light into this world. That's your power source right there. That's everybody's power source. That's our food source. That's our light. That's our warmth. That's everything we've ever needed. Amun Ra is up there warming us this morning. It feels good on my soul. Let me touch that Mostly Saints logo. We got the nipple heart and everything. I'm just boom, baby, boom. Feels good to be alive. Scream this. I love my life this morning because I do. I love my life. I don't want to scream it too loud, but the power is within me. I have the power. And I feel just like that this morning. Saints Addictions in the house. Your boy Marky Saint has the power, and I want you to have your power too. We're going to talk about it this morning. We got to talk about our power because it seems to me that we be giving our power away indefinitely, and we don't know when to stop. We don't know how to control it. We don't know where it's going. It's just all over the place, right? And that's what ends up happening in our lives. We end up giving our power away through Netflix or worry or time. We just let time just eat away at our eventual goals and purpose, and then we wonder why these dreams die around us when we die in our sleep or in our bed or in our car maybe, but surrounded by our dreams, they all shake their heads at us like, why didn't you just live your dreams? Why didn't you run like you were on fire towards a burning building and saving your pets? That's how much you got to have the power of your life, and I'm so excited for it this morning, and I'll tell you why. So it turned out your buddy got another order. That's right. We got another 150 shirt orders from the OS Mutant Club. They're a really cool band, and they've ordered from me while I was overseas, and then they went to reorder from me. First, they did 100 shirts. They brought their shirts, and we printed on the shirts that they brought, and now they brought 150 shirts. It's a reorder, and they brought what they want. Here's what's happening. Here's where my power is. And everyone needs power and everybody needs purpose. Nobody wants to be without power. If you haven't read the 48 Laws of Power from Robert Greene, you're living in a fucking you're living under a rock and you need to get with it. It's just part of life. It's a really good book, and it's a New York best time but New York's bestseller, best time, whatever you want to call it, for a reason. Because there's truth in it. Imagine yourself as a young man trying to come up in the world, and you know, you make decisions. This is where your power is. When you're young, you got plenty of time. You can go fuck around for a summer, like Robert Greene says. Go be a lifeguard, hit on some chicks, travel the world a little bit. You're young. What do you have to lose? I mean, but nothing but time. That's your power. You got to ask yourself, where's my power? Not my superpower, just my personal power. My power and my purpose. Like, maybe I'm an organizer, maybe I'm a facilitator, maybe I'm a director. It takes a whole village. You just need to know yourself, to my own self be true. But here's what ends up happening with our power, and here's what tripped me out for this morning motivation was I was tripping that I was in other people's mouths and heads when I'm not around. That's right. I'm gonna let that marinate. Let that sprinkle all over. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get my been watching too much Randy Macho Man Savage. Just sprinkle the truth on over there. Yeah. You gotta be all slow with it, not so fast with it. You need to take your time with it. And everybody gotta switch their mind with it. Yeah, you gotta even switch your voice when you're doing Randy Macho Man. You can't just be your normal voice. You gotta be like, oh yeah. That's your power. It's right inside you. It's your purpose. It's power that binds us. It's purpose that binds us. It's purpose that gets us up in the morning. If you're not chasing your purpose, then what else are you chasing? And that's where it came down to it this morning. I was shocked by it. I mean, literally, this whole morning when my friend told me the story, good morning. Maybe she didn't say good morning back. Who cares? When you get out there, right, and you're living your life and you're finding out what your real dream and purpose is, then all of a sudden you untap something so tremendous inside yourself. And this isn't just like some, oh, it's tremendous, you're just gonna love it. No, 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 no. I'm talking about a power unknown inside of you. I always ask myself this many times. I was like, when I'm sleeping in as a teenager, I was wondering, like, how can I have children? Like, how can I get up at 5, 6 a.m. with no sleep for a screaming baby that doesn't even love me, and I'm supposed to do all these things? You know what I'm saying? We all been there, you know, or want to be there. We ask yourself, how do these parents do it? Work all these hours and do all these things tremendously, you know, on no sleep, or the kids acting crazy, or you know what I'm saying, dude. We all know what a baby looks like, or hopefully have an idea of what it's like to raise a child. This is an amount of unselfishness and energy and power that's going out to this. But what I was thinking is there's got to be some kind of unhuman amount of power that you have inside you. There's got to be a superhero inside all of us that if your fucking mom was down underneath a fucking car, there's a superhero right here. She got her head shaved. You know what I mean? Go get him, girl. You know, the superhero inside you that if your child was underneath the car, all of a sudden you're fucking the Hulkster, and you're the Hulk, and you can lift 500 pounds, 1,000 pounds off of your child because of an emergency situation. Good morning, children. I can hear you. Yeah, good morning. Good. Can you hear it? Somebody's life is over, but it ain't. It's just beginning. Her power isn't in her whining. Her power is in her voice. And that's what we got to start seeing in the morning. We got to see there's power in our voice. Like, you wouldn't waste your power on whining if you knew your power could reach people. And that's what I do. I reach, preach, and teach to people. And I didn't even know I was doing it. And this is where my smile comes from this morning. This is where this whole show comes from this morning. This is where my whole motivation comes from, is because I have literally found my purpose. I don't waste my mornings anymore on some Netflix or some social media or some stupid shit, because I got a life to live. And I don't want to, you know, play the whole video back for you with Robert Greene. I'm sure you guys can watch the video yourself. I'll maybe put the link down below in the description or whatever. But you know, watching his video, he's so fucking right, man. If it's your life's purpose, if it's what drives you, if it's what gets you up at that 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, I got my kid to watch, I got bigger priorities than me type shit. That's why these social media people, they ain't getting it. You know, they're buying everything that they can to show you that they got what it is that they need inside, right? They got everything that they can, a purse, a tattoo, a car, whatever they can purchase, they will. I mean, that's the drive, right? You know, I have power, I have money, this is my power. You ain't got shit. You ain't shit without a buddy on your belt, like they say, Mr. Um, give me some ganja. This is my DNA. Your DNA is for abomination, because you ain't real about it. Like, if you were really real about it, there ain't no bout it in the fucking prisons. If you bout it, bro, you ain't got a wallet. You ain't got no way to swipe your way out. You ain't got a couple cash paychecks to throw some way. Please don't beat me up today. No, no, no. Your power's inside you. I'll wait. Your power will always be, and has always been, inside you. First of all, you're the only DNA like you in the whole entire universe. It's impossible to make another you. That's amazing in itself, right? Thank you, Robert Greene, for pointing that out. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You're the only one that's ever going to be like you. All these bitches are throwing away DNA because their DNA is an abomination. I can't throw away my DNA. This is something that's a part of me. Whether it was a good part of me, a bad part of me, good timing, no money, my power was in these children. My power is inside my molecules. My power is in every heartbeat that I have, and I have the power. If you see yourself as the God, as the power, as the energy source, the Uman Ra, you no longer waste your time on stupid shit. You no longer go, oh, you know, I'm going to live forever and everything's just going to be a-okay and hunky dory. No, ma'am, no, sir. All of a sudden, you got that parent energy. You got that godlike energy. You got that I'm waking up early. I'm fucking rising and shining. I fucking feel good about my life. Have you felt that lately? Maybe there's a reason why you're watching this show today, right? Like, that's the kind of energy I'm talking about, bro. The power that I had. I don't want to light this up a little bit more. Let me stuff this up a little bit. It's going pretty good, but I want it to go better. Let's get you feel better. Just kind of skink it on down to Chinaville. Rotate it on down to Chinaville. Yeah, yeah. There we go. There we go. Loosen it up a little bit. Add some more little weed to it, and then we're gonna start the show. I'll spark it with you. Actually, I need a poker and a lighter. All right, let's get into it, shall we? So my homie's doing this, right? He goes in this morning or yesterday morning, and mind you, they reached out to me about like a week ago or something, and they were like, "Yo, Saint, we need that. We need to order those shirts again." Blah 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 blah. You already know how a reorder goes when people want something or they got to do something or things go different. It is what it is. Well, he's like, I was hurt with my neighbor Adon, who's another friend of mine who I actually I actually print shirts for the gobble gobble give every Thanksgiving. I print the shirts, and he's outside with his neighbor who I just so happen to print shirts for too. And he goes like, "Bro, why don't you call Saint, bro? Call us Saint. My phone number 702-724-6802. 702 Saint 02. Call us Saint." He's like, "I already had. What a small world. What a fucking awesome world." And that's my power. It's not flexing on you hoes. It's not in the gym. It's not in my wallet. It's not on some kind of fucking bank statement. It's me. I'm the statement. It's my work. It's my effort. It's my constant tagging and pounding. I do shirts. I do shirts. I do shirts. I'm the shirt addict. I'm the shirt addict. I'm the shirt addict. Shirts. As long as you think Mark, shirts, and weed, I did my job. Marketing. That's what I'm on the planet to do. It feels good inside to know what you want to do. It feels scary to be 19 in college and have no clue. I can tell you that. It feels scary when you don't know what your energy source or what you're made out of. But once you've been tested, all of a sudden now you're cocky. I know that stove is hot. I know how to get to the top. I know top of the hill, baby, because of the drudgery, right? That I've been through. How many fucking summers was I in that truck without air conditioning? Now it's 111, 115, 120, you name it. 100 and stupid out there in Vegas, and I can look at someone in the eye and say, when I'm, I don't know, say Thailand or somewhere, Finland or something, and I'm looking them in the eye and I'm like, that ain't hot. You know what I mean? I speak like a war veteran or something, that ain't war, son. You don't know how hard it is. You know what I mean? Like one of those kind of older timers speaking back to you, speaking the truth to you because you don't know. You honestly don't know what you're made out of. You don't know what your future looks like. How can you? You're only 19 years old. You have no experience or life experience to teach you what the fuck you're made out of. And that's what ends up happening. That's the life that I'm talking about. That's the power that I'm talking about, the power inside you to determine what you want to do with your life, how you operate, your fucking emotional conditioning, your fucking whole on experience is dictated. And then they even go deeper into it with this show and they go, hey, some of this stuff is like your genetic code, right? You're the only DNA like you in the whole universe. It's sending you all sorts of shit, all sorts of information. Maybe you're preoccupied to work in the coal mine like your father. Maybe you have that gift to dance like your mother. Maybe you sing like a fucking fish. I almost said maybe you sing like a fucking bird, and it's just amazing. All you have to do is open your mouth. That might be your power. You might have an external power set to show people. Maybe you're a magician. Maybe you practiced since you were 3 years old and you always knew you were on a mission and wishing, and that'd be nice. It'd be nice if you had some gumption when you were young, extremely young, and said, I'm a writer, I'm an astronaut, I'm a cop, whatever the fuck you wanted to do came early to you. And then therefore you put all the grind time in it, all the off years. They were arguing on this show between Robert Greene and the host was like, if there is some purpose, there is no such thing as wasted time. Even as he was fucking up, wanting to be a writer in Hollywood or wanting to be a barista when he was, he kept saying his story, hey, I was young, I wanted to travel, I started learning languages, I was in Italy, I started learning the art of seduction, seducing women, making love to beautiful women around the world. I was finding my purpose. Then I got depressed again because I was happy, but I wasn't rich. And then, that wore out quick. It can only travel for so long. Travel by saints, you already know, as long as you can, go as far as you can, as long as you can. That's what we do around here. I just finished a 1-year mission, but it was one of those things that he was so right. I mean, when you're 20, you can waste the whole fucking summer on some fucking hot chicks rolling around. When you're 40, now you're working on a fucking New York's bestseller. You ain't got time for that shit, bro. You ain't got time for that fake ass nonsense because you have power. You have purpose. You are driven. Hashtag driven, bro. I used to watch that show all the time on fucking MTV when they would talk about Drive. Choo choo, watch out, motherfucker. Not only do I know how to drive, I got a train to drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hashtag determined. Now, in my determination, I get a smile in my hard work and under the shade or in the sunshine of all the hard work. Let me lift it up. Hold up, we gonna smoke today. We're gonna lift it up and say, in this hard work with my logo on my shirt, man, I have the power. I have the power to make $500 in a couple of seconds, bro, because of my word, because of my network, because of the identity I created in the universe. It boomeranged back to me. Not only was it his neighbor, but his neighbor was like, call Saint. And not only did he already contact me, he's like, I already made in the call. Then they brought the shirts, then they brought the $1,000 in cash, and now I'm paid. That's right. All this time coming back from the States, I got my first deal back on a reorder. People are still calling me because the shirts were so good. They're still thinking of me because my hustle is so good. And shirt in an hour. Maybe it's my idea. Maybe it's my speed. Maybe it's my tenacity. I'll go with tenacity for 500, Alex. Let's bless up. I hope you're rising and shining this morning. I hope you're tapping into your power. I really do. Because there's something in it for all of us. There's something in it for me and you. And it's sad that most people don't realize their power. It's even sadder that they give away most of their power. They give up their mornings to probably social media. They probably give up their nights to Netflix. They probably give up their free time, put everything to distract them instead of focusing back on what's important to them. People that got a purpose and passion, like if they got children, they're not sitting around watching Netflix about children shit. I see some people with kids and they're on their phones and they're addicted to it, but that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about straight time that you just willy nilly. Here's my time. Here's my effort. Here's my future. Just like that, just throwing it out there, dollar, dollar, dollar on a fucking stripper's booty, right? But it doesn't work that way, does it? No, ma'am, no, sir. It doesn't work that way at all. And that's why I had to have this conversation with y'all this morning because I have the power. You have the power inside you, just like the sun is a natural nuclear reactor going over us, just offering us all, and I mean us all, insects, trees, plants, air, you name it, the fire. It's all us, literally fire. It's a fireball in the sky that sends fire through the air, comes to our country, comes to our planet, puts it in phosphorescence, grows a tree, grows a plant, grows a vegetable, feeds you, me, and the birds and the trees, and stores itself as firewood because when you're done with the tree, you chop it, cut it, burn it, and it comes back as fire as it was originally sent. Isn't that amazing? I mean, just fucking amazing, bro. This whole system's lit, bro. Let's get lit. And that's where it's at, bro. The stress is gone. We forget so easily who we are and what our power source is. We easily forget our family. We want to embarrass them. We want to ignore them. We don't want to talk to them. They're too blasé for us. Oh God, mom, are you gonna call me for my birthday again? I guarantee you will cry. You will cry when she can't call you for your birthday, when you don't have a mom and dad, when you start to appreciate things. Once I snatch that meal away from you or give you a jail meal, all of a sudden you stop bitching at the fucking waiter. Oh, I'm sorry, I can live without ketchup. My bad. I'll wait patiently for my water. Oh, I ordered the wrong thing. I have accountability. Damn right. Because now you ain't got no power. You want to know what powerless looks like? Be in prison. It's probably the most changing event in my life, and my ex didn't want me to talk about it. She thought I wasn't over it, but I was trying to explain to people that when the chips are down, when I'm in South Korean prison and I'm in a 12 foot by 4 foot fucking box rectangle with a squat toilet at the end, I'll tell you something. It'll change you. that you can't determine what your diet's like. You don't get to determine when you get to leave. 23 out of 24 hours, I was locked in a box for 6 months out of my life with someone else had the key to the padlock. And I'm telling you right now, just like I told you when I graduated college, homeless, or when I started college as a construction worker, and I was like, no one else is going to outwork me, bro. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, waking up so I can go to that job, go to that college, go to the university, be on time, not for class, but for pouring concrete. That's right. Not for class, for concrete. And you never met a gabadosh, a head of concrete harder than mine because I was going to finish those classes. God damn it. I knew how close I was to the pit, bro. I think some people just forget. I think they forget how important their decisions are. I think they forget how much power is in their time. And I think that they forget how much power is inside them, bro. That's the legit fucking, that's why I'm pumped up so hard this morning motivation. It was just like, I didn't know what I was going to do, right? I didn't know how I was going to pay my Google payment, get the websites back up, save the Google Drive, back up all my data off my phones, get the phone turned back on. Got the SD coming here from fucking Boost Mobile. Throw that in. Try to get the phone number back. Hopscotch or whatever I got to do. Beg, borrow, and steal. Get the old phone number that I want back. Start my phone call campaigns again. Get with my homies. Get these websites back up. My buddy finally got the check. It went to the wrong address. Go ahead, put that check over here. Oh, what? My bank account's closed too? Shit, my phone's off. My bank's off. Like everything. I had to get my whole life back up. But that's not my power. My power's in the people. My power is not in my bank account. I'm telling you right here, right now, as I fell on my motorbike accident, it was quick. The dystopia, what's the word when you call it when you're delusional? The disillusionment quickly wore off when you're falling off of a motorbike accident. So these are three big things that's happened to me that changed my whole life. Going to South Korean prison, putting your power behind a padlock, someone else having the key, and you not having the ability to do what you need to do every day in the pattern, in the way, in the time that you have on this planet. What are you going to do with it? You're powerless. Matter of fact, the Fukushima earthquake happened. I could have been in the earthquake and the nuclear holocaust that came after it. I was powerless. Everybody would have left the prison and would have left all the prisoners inside of it. It felt scary. It's about the equivalent of being a slave on a ship when everybody else abandons the ship from the storm and leaves you chained to it. Can't tell you how many souls are in Davy Jones' locker. We don't want to talk about that. What we do want to talk about is the amount of power that I encouraged myself after it happened. That's right. After that happened, bro, you had never met somebody more lit than me. To start a business, it's like, what are your excuses? Well, a lot of people are like, well, you had no money, you had no uplink, you have no network. Well, I've always been building my network, but you'll be minus some things. Okay, let's just put it that way. And you'll count them as B minus. You'll be like, well, I don't have the skill set. Maybe I don't have the wife. Maybe I don't have the woman. Maybe I don't have the money. There'll be plenty of that shit to tell yourself till you get in South Korean prison. Then all of a sudden, it didn't matter because I already didn't have the money. I already didn't have the girl. I didn't already have the freedom. So all three of the biggest things that you would have stopped me were already taken away from me. What I realized inside there is all I have is this energy inside of me. Just like Malcolm X, just like Nelson Mandela, just like your boy Mahatma Gandhi, some of my all-time heroes that have been arrested, Martin Luther King. Shit, I even think there's one of your boy, Frank Sinatra's been to jail. Some of us free thinkers that the universe is always trying to hold down. Entrepreneurs, shout out to you guys. We're all, what is it called? What do they call it when you're an serial entrepreneurs? That's right. We're all addicted to it. Come get some. I'm addicted to business. It's the way my brain works. And just like Robert Greene said, it's the way his brain works. It's one of those things where I have a busy brain, bro, and that's why I need new designs and new shirts and that color and that size and that girl's over there. Megan's in Ireland, got to throw her a shirt. Rastara is in Brazil, got to throw her a shirt. Got this other girl up there in Norway, got to throw her a shirt. They're just all over the place, right? Like it's everywhere you want to be. But that's what my brain is like. That's what my purpose is like. I needed rapid fire. I needed designs. I needed worldwide. I needed sales. I needed that. This is part of my purpose. This is this is my passion over my paycheck. This isn't something that I needed that paycheck inside of that South Korean prison cell. The time was going to pass with or without me, bro. It's doing it to you too. You're on the clock. I told my girlfriend this morning, you're on the clock. We watched the movie In Time, right? And as soon as they turned 25, a time clock hit them and they go, "Where were you?" I was in bed, and it woke me up out of bed. And the clock started, right? And then my dad, for my 25th birthday, gave me a decade, right? Probably equivalent of giving somebody $1 million, right? Like we were trying to figure out how much time was worth in this movie. I don't know if anybody else did. If I gave you a decade, how much money would I be giving you in essence? I don't know. Anybody figured out? The guy had a century. What's that worth? Billion, trillion? I'm not quite sure. Probably a trillion. So we're trying to do the math. Anyway, time is money, money is time, and we all know it. So when you spend your time on social media or other things, not doing anything that's productive for you, and not that you're a fucking robot, you're not supposed to produce all the fucking time. There's time for sleep, there's time for family, there's time for fun. I'm talking about your power time, the time, that power strip that you're 10 to fucking 2, 10 and 2, right there on the wheel, ready to go. You're at your optimal for talking to people. You're not in a sleep. You're not in a funk. You're not in a wake up either. You're literally as aware as you're going to be before you hit lunch, and then it dips down again. I don't know if you guys watch the astronauts and their peak performance times. They always talk about it, but this is peak performance time. And it was just so amazing that I couldn't believe that my power and my willpower, you're like, where's going to happen? Where's the bills going to come from? Oh my God, who's going to pay the bills, right? Everybody has the same fear, right? False expectations appearing real, right? How are we going to pay rent? Well, my job every day is to knock on a door so that the rent is paid when the rent is due. First of the month, it's due. Got to go. We all got to add it up. We need groceries. We need food. I got to have the same troubles and problems and strifes that you do. The issue or the change that's going on here, the choice that's going on here is that I don't worry about the outcome, right? I'm not attached to the outcome. Two, these are big, hard work things that I've been working on for my whole life. And three, I'm enough. I am enough. All the work that I've done, everything that I needed to do, every fucking ounce of my body, stretched it beyond the money. Didn't have gas to the event, show up, sell a shirt so I have gas to get back home. Don't have enough money to eat, fuck it. Who needs to eat, bro? That's a fucking cool car. Bike. This guy's always coming by. Should have fucking filmed that. I didn't know he's gonna come by so fast. It was like a wood bike when he's wearing a helmet. Fucking cool as that. Is he coming back? Nah, he's going through. If he comes back, I'm gonna film that shit. That bike is badass. But getting distracted and not having goals. You won't easily have a fears if you have goals. Goals over fears. It gives you something to do. It gives you something to look forward to, bro. It gets your ass in gear. And you gotta find that gear. You gotta find that motivation to be like, yo, bro, no gas, no brakes, no girl. Boom, baby, boom. Right. Where we going? I don't know. Either we're going up or we're going to the grave. Either way, we're right. I'm putting in my time. Or you could be sitting still on the TV, just time so slow. What do you want to watch? What do you want to eat? Let's call Uber Eats again. Everything's so boring and repetitive. What do I know? I haven't challenged myself with anything. I'm comfortable. Comfortability is a killer. Comfortability is a killer, and all of us are going to die, and all of us are going to end up into the fucking grave. But do we end up with the grave with our dreams inside, or on the outside, just shaking their head like, man, I wish I would have did that. Wish I would have seen him. Morning, bro. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. That's your morning motivation, man. If you ain't getting pumped up, if you're not running to your dreams like your hair is on fire, like it's Christmas morning, like it's your birthday, you ain't looking at the time. You aren't watching the economics. Like the guy said, if they're willing to pay you 15, 20, 10, 15, $20 an hour, they have to make more than that an hour to pay you that. So that means your time is worth more. So everybody goes like, I know my worth. Then why do you have a job? Why do you have a boss? Why is someone else managing your life? Can you not manage your own time? Can you not manage your own life? Can you not manage your own reactions? Then there it is. And that's what it's always going to be till you have some self control, till you have some radical self reliance, till you have your power, right? Not over other people, over yourself, right? This is a huge thing. This is like boundaries. It's not over them, it's for you. Your boundaries are for you. It's not for other people. Don't talk to me that way. No, it's if you talk to me that way, I'm assertive enough to walk away from you, and therefore you will be talking to the wall and my back and not me ever again. Get it? Boundary. It feels assertive because it is. When someone's talking to you like this, when I complain with my syllables. Too many S's in your syllables, you're gay. Too much complaining in your syllables, in your Karen. And for facts, there's people that just have that vibe and tone that everything has to be a bitch. And that right, bitch? Get over the bitching. Seriously, bro. No one owes you shit. No one's coming to slap the remote out of your hand or the cookies, right? You just got to know that. You're going to have some self discipline. And that also means controlling your emotions. If you got the time to go on an hour long TikTok to bitch, bro, you had enough time to do an hour long, I don't know, tutorial on how to control your own fucking emotions. I might have to go an hour this morning because I'm fucking pretty pumped up. I need this girl in my life. Let me see if she wants to smoke with me. Michelle, you come with me? Okay. I'm still live. You want me to stop? You do? You want some personal time with me? Birthday girl asked, and she said, please, she wants personal time with me. And she said, yes, please. That's all you have to say, and that's her power. And we all have to get in with our power, bro. I'm trying to tell you, pull out the power strip, plug in, get as many sources as you can, because this life is happening. And with or without you, whether you like it or not, time and tide waits for no man or woman. Get your priorities straight, get your mind straight, get your power back, bro. And that's what they always talk about, empowerment. Now I know what my Aunt Marlene was talking about that day. It wasn't how much money I had in my pocket. Sure, there's power in money, but there's even more power in time. And what you do with your time is very powerful. There's an untold amount. What did they say in the How to Win Friends and Influence People? What no? Was Napoleon Hill or anyway, your boy Pittsburgh from fucking your boy himself. What is it? What's the name called? Mellon Carnegie. Carnegie from this area here, one of the richest men in the world ever. Especially after he sold U.S. Steel, he became one of the world's richest men instantly. Right? J.P. Morgan made him one of the world's men. Didn't make him, sold him. Anyway, sold this thing, gave it here, and he hired this guy named Napoleon Hill write a book. And this is what he said: behold, you have a power inside you untold, and it's the high time that you start recognizing that. That's my reach, preach, and teach to you guys. Like, seriously, I have fears, I have worries, I have doubts, I have fucking shame, I have guilt, I have all the things that make me want to cry in the morning. But one thing for sure is that you have a power inside you that no one else can take away from you. And it's high time that you start looking at it and seeing it that way. Peace and love. And as always, Chigatan. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, subscribe. But the other side of fear, bro, the other side of the world, and the other side of your excuses, that's the other side, and I want you to see it. So boom, baby, boom. That's the show. Car, girl, smoke. I'm out. You guys have a blessed one. Peace. And always comment below.